In a world of over 8 billion people, where no life is without challenges, some individuals have not only faced adversity but have risen above it with strength and grace.
Welcome to Rise and Reflect, a YouTube series dedicated to showcasing the stories of resilient individuals who have turned their struggles into triumphs. Through their stories, we hope to ignite a spark within you.
As Nelson Mandela once said, "Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." This series embodies that spirit.
Join us as we explore the lives of these resilient soldiers, whose paths may not have been smooth, but who have walked them with purpose and determination.
Walk. Yeah, what you say happened to you, right? Let's just repeat it. No, I mean, since COVID, it's been very difficult. I mean, I took the injection, and after that, I just started getting very sick. That's the vaccine? The vaccine. And I just started getting very sick. I had to remove to repair hernia. I had to remove my gallbladder. And they found out when they took out the gallbladder that all the bile that was in my gallbladder leaked out. And they checked because I had gallstones. And if you have gallstones, you can't have a kidney stone. I have both. Yeah, I have both. I have kidney stones and gallstones. So the kidney stone, the gallstones erupted, tore the gallbladder, ripped it up. All the bile leaked out. When they saw the stone, they said the stones are different. They're not supposed to have that color. They tested it. I had cancer. So they said, alright, since all the fluid leaked out, the gallbladder itself has cancer and the stone has cancer. So chances are cancer is somewhere else. So yes, so what they had done, they did a lot of tests and found out that I had stage 1 liver cancer. Grace of God, my dad, like Alan. Oh God, love that man like crazy. Big up to her dad. Dad, oh God. So what's up leaf tea every morning and every night before I go to my bed. So what's up leaf tea? Yes, and spirulina, marine, meringue, all of these things. Vegetable. My diet changed completely. And then what happened in January? End of January, early February, coming on to that time. I went and did the other blood test and I'm good. Cancer free. Yep.
Hi everyone, welcome again to Rise and Reflect. Today we have Raquel Chin. So hi Raquel.
Hi Raquel.
So who is Raquel and where are you from?
Well, Raquel Chin. I was born in Clarendon and moved to Kingston first year of high school. Because of that, I had to actually repeat high school, first one. But I was so young anyways, it didn't really matter. I went to Holy Child, did a lot of sports, and that's where I actually got interested in modeling. Yeah, and graduated, went to university, worked in several different industries, but kept my modeling going. Married, divorced, get involved, been in a relationship for 24 years now. Yeah, got 3 wonderful kids and have lots of babies like you.
Yes, I am one of her babies.
Yes, one of the many. And yeah, right now I'm basically slowing down, but still in the industry. I haven't done as much as I wanted since COVID, and some personal injuries I received as well, and illnesses over the years. So I slowed down a little bit more.
But you look phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
I'm surprising, like.
I'm still ticking, not going anywhere soon.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
So we are at the Courtyard Marriott Hotel, and we want to thank them again so much for hosting us. So we have our blended fruit punch and it looks exceptional. So I want to understand what inspired you to enter pageantry.
Okay, well, first I started with modeling, and I started with that because, as you know, the word can't is not in my vocabulary, nowhere at all. And I was told I was too short and I was too fat No. So I can't model. No. I take great offense to those things. And I said, really? Okay. We'll see. No. For me, you're telling me I can't do something is a challenge. And the minute you say you can't, you already tell yourself you can't. So you formulate something in your head. And that's the end of it. Your body's going to respond to can't. No, for me, you're telling me that you're giving me a challenge. So as a result, I said, alright. I was still short. I was fat for a while. Until again. Yeah.
She's slim now.
I'm sexy now. I'm not slim, I'm sexy. So, and for a while, I took up sports. Trimmed down, but I was still short. That was just me. Until I started entering, like, community cup and pageants and thereabout, and did some runway for a little bit. And then I said, you know what? There's still a lot of people out there that are telling me that they're too short, they're too fat, they're too this, they're too that. And it was annoying me. So I said, alright. I started my own.
Opened up a platform to...
Yep. And when I started it, I was a laughing stock of the industry. Where you go with them fat girl then? That's the first thing actual designer said to me. When I go with them fat girl then? Because I'm a lady, I can't repeat what I said to them. Yeah, but I told them quite nicely what I was doing with the fat girl then.
Positioning them for greatness.
Yes, and I scoured the internet, found pageants for as many of these young ladies as I could.
It's true, because Raquel had like
23.
some of the weirdest pageants we never hear about. Miss
Yes.
Humanity,
Yes.
Miss Earth, like
Yeah, we had Miss. I had 23
Miss
pageants.
Legacy.
Yes, we
She
Miss
had
Legacy.
23 pageants.
pageants. Yes.
She was a franchise holder for 23 pageants.
This district that was a part of Africa.
Yes, district. It was
And we sent people everywhere. It's not just having the franchise, but we sent people everywhere. We represented, we were Miss Asia. We were the first, I was the first person in Jamaica, in the Caribbean as a matter of fact, to own an Asian pageant, which was Miss Asia Pacific. Shanique Singh, which
Yes, which
just
is the
going Miss Jamaica World.
Yes.
She was our first Miss Asia Pacific. Yeah. And we did a lot. We did a lot of work with a lot of young ladies.
And these things change the young ladies' lives. We're going
Yes,
to get
they do.
into how exactly.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
have you seen, when a young lady comes to audition for a pageant and she goes through all the training and then the final product? How do you see the pageantry transform?
Well, for me, I've seen it where a lot of young ladies, they get so caught up with the fact that they can't do something. And somebody sees something else in them and says, try this, try that. And then they do. And then when you see them start blossoming, coming out of their shell, somebody tell them, I'm shy. No. It's because you don't know how to approach a situation where you think you're shy. So with that, getting people out of their shell, letting them feel that confidence, letting them feel the beauty within themselves, not just because somebody said you're pretty. We have to feel it, you have to know it, you have to own it. And once you get all of that out, and when it shines, and you see them on stage, first, second, third, or last, and when you come out and see, you remember what that young lady was like when she just walked through those doors, and you see her on stage. Oh Lord, I'm getting a bit emotional. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I can
it just
because you have trained quite a lot of impacted a lot of lives. I remember doing photo shoots because of Raquel.
Yeah, we still do a lot of shoots. As a matter of fact, I was on one last week Saturday, just before we started. I was going through the pictures. I've done so much over the years. I'm seeing the different stages at which these young ladies have developed. And I started out with just females. Recently, I had males in my catalog. Yeah, and they're doing very well as well. One was
I think
one of them is
men empowerment is important.
Yes,
We need that.
yes, because for me, I have two boys, and having their dads in their lives made so much of a difference. A lot of these young men don't have that, even the females, they don't have that male figure. And a lot of people might not agree with me right now when I say this, and then go, but a woman alone cannot man.
Let us talk about
Yes,
that.
a woman alone
cannot
no.
grow a man. Yeah, it's true.
They need that strong male figure. And when I say strong, I don't mean muscles. I mean strong character-wise. Teach them values. Let them emulate. So they say it takes a village to raise a child, which is true. But that child also needs that male figure, especially males need that male figure to look up to. Females need to know that, hey, I mean, I have a daddy, but I have an uncle. It's a John down the road. That is why a lot of times these young people that come out of the country, they have more values than the ones that are living in the urban areas, because a community grows them. And with that, they have a lot of sense of pride and a lot of ambition, put it that way. And then when you see them, and they have more of a drive, because in this day and age, our young people are growing with this sense of entitlement. I wonder, where them get that from? You're not reaching over yet. You're not entitled to nothing. You go to school, you learn. You get chores, you do them.
Feel it hurting their feelings. They're watching and
No, but it's the truth. And you see, that is the thing that a lot of people don't like me in the industry, because I'm plain. I'm very plain. I'm very straightforward.
We're not editing this, so speak freely.
No, I'm telling you, a lot of people in the industry do not like me. They see me and they're like, I'm Raquel, and I'm like, I'm not smiling with you because I know you don't like me. I'm not gonna be, oh wow, are you darling? No. And then you come and I like your dress. Oh, you got a new tattoo.
You know, people often say that the fashion industry it's filled with a lot of fake people, isn't it?
It is. All the fluff. There's a lot of fluff in the
So
fashion
how do
industry.
you deal with that, and still remain genuine and true to yourself?
See, that is the thing. There are few people that are in the industry that are genuine. It's not everybody. It's not a right across the board. You cannot use one brush and do everybody.
Or you identify those who are genuine.
Right. By being in the industry for a while, you realize certain traits of people. You realize how they treat you, or they treat a model, for instance. Because a lot of times they may not know that the model is attached to your company or whatever, and the way they treat that model, not knowing that the model is associated with a particular person, trainer, you can pick them up. And at the same time, how another trainer from another company will train you, treat your model. And as a result, you pick them up. And it has been said that nobody, no matter how good you are, you cannot fake being nice for more than 3 months. So you will find them out one way or another. You will find them out. So people's character will shine no matter where you go. And that is why I say a lot of people don't like me, because I'm going to tell you what it is, whether you like it or not. I won't embarrass you. But if you bring it, make sure you got a lot, because we have done it. Right? Yeah.
Okay, Miss Chin. So, as someone who excels in both business management and pageantry, how do you integrate the two fields in your leadership style?
Alright. For me, like I said, the first thing for me is take current whatever can. Whatever you do, you have to have a passion for it. And this is why I also say to parents, sit and talk with your children. Find out what it is that they're passionate about. A lot of times what they're passionate about may not be able to, in your eyes, live up to the standard of being a doctor or lawyer. But you have to remember that child is passionate about something. They will give it their all. And they will make a good living from it.
That is true.
No, if it's a situation where you're going to force them to be a lawyer, force them to be a doctor, you spend money till you're blue. Money will be coming out of your ears. And they can't pass the bar. They can't reach med school.
Their resets, exams.
Every time.
Yeah,
If they're passionate about something, talk to them.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like money is in everything, and
Yes, it is.
especially with social media, a
Exactly.
lot of people are learning different ways to monetize. Basically,
Yeah.
every little thing, like
everything. Once you are passionate about something, that's why I said talk to your children. Once you talk to them, find out what they're about and help guide them and channel them in that direction. Yes. So that is how I put both of my things together, because for me, I didn't model it initially to prove to the person that told me I couldn't. But then I grew and realized that this is something that I love. At that time, there wasn't a lot that I could do in terms of earning. I also like business. I realized the science and all of them bubbliness that was not mine. The only science me could have done in the kitchen.
Science for me,
Yes,
though.
yes. I could have blend up all of the blending and I could have the best of food, and because I like experimenting in the kitchen. So yeah, that was my science. But I love business. I love business, and putting everything together with the passion that I have for both of them, it made it a little bit easier. And then at the same time, meeting people along the way that help motivate you, help build you and mold you, that you can emulate. Not necessarily somebody you meet face to face, but you read a book and a story, or you watch the news and you hear something about
those
somebody.
things that get inspiration.
Get
from that.
exactly. And that is why you allow your children as well to read, watch the news, do stuff that stimulates the brain and that kind of a thing. So when they do that, they also realize that yes, I have a passion for this. Somebody else had it, so I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I can take what they have and make it my own. And that's what I've done with everything that I've done, because every model that I've trained, I've never trained them to look like me. It's the hardest thing to break a model to walk like you. Every time I train them, I have a consultation. Walk. Let me see what you have. Don't remember anything from YouTube, what you saw on the news or whatever. Just walk, let me see you. And then I fix that. Because everybody have their uniqueness. So once you do that, and if a person don't walk for a year, and you put them on a stage, you would not know that they haven't walked for a year. As opposed to if you train them to walk like you, and they haven't walked for a year, they go on the stage and they're like,
back.
oh my God. Yeah. And so everything that I've learned, both with modeling and business, I take it and I make it my own. That's how I blend it. Just make it my everything. You have to own it for yourself.
So what skills do you think are important when it comes on to managing or running a business? Being an entrepreneur, that must be difficult.
Yes, it is. Especially not having certain support. When I started out, there wasn't a lot of support for women. So having people backing, pushing, also believing in me, and know that anything I put my mind to, I'm bound to achieve it. So with that, the whole, first of all, you have like a passion is the first thing. You have to educate yourself about what you want to do.
I think that's important.
Yes, you have to,
because it can't look like you have any capacity limitation.
Exactly.
Because the moment you look like you're a fake, you don't know anything about this industry, you don't do your homework,
you're going to
flop yourself. And the moment you flop yourself, they always say you only get one chance
to improve. Yes. So with that, you have to have the knowledge of what you want to do. Try to find mentors in the field that you want to be.
Yes.
Successful people. Again, emulate what you see, then make it your own. Don't reinvent the wheel. Add to the wheel. that somebody else can
Add
see.
to the wheel.
Yeah,
I
add
like
to the
that.
wheel.
That's
Yeah.
a quote.
Yeah, add to the
Don't
wheel.
reinvent
Yes.
the wheel. Add to the wheel.
So when somebody else sees what you're doing and what you have done, they can say, yeah. And then they had an idea, and then again, add to the wheel. And somebody else sees that, and then it continues. So with that, you become even more successful, because even if, say for instance, I train somebody, it's the best example. I train somebody to be in Miss Jamaica World, since that was the competition last night, and I never got a blue. But that person that I trained a few years later take on pageantry and training pageantry and get a young lady, and based on the training that I gave her, she add to it and train another young lady that enters Miss Jamaica World, and she wins Miss Jamaica World and win Miss World. I feel accomplished. I may not have gotten that queen, but my queen gave me a queen. So
That's very kind.
Yes.
I think that a lot of people don't see it that way, because people might have seen that young lady starting her own thing, like what she gonna do that for, because you know, I mean, broke her in the business, you know, too much
enough
people in the space already, like there's no room for her.
No, there's always room for growth. Yes, there's room for growth. There's always room for growth. Because remember, we're not getting younger, we're getting older. And as much as I can still strut in my heels, another few years I can't. Another few years I can't. And then the industry is going to be dead. So you have to always building, always improving. In any industry at all, not just with the fashion or modeling. Any industry, if you just take it on for yourself and be selfish about it, and which is a lot of us do it. And that is why a lot of people train people to walk like them, because when they see you, nobody has to ask the question, Raquel trained her. No.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard
Yes,
that before.
yes. No. It's not a selfish thing. Not for me. I train you, and honestly, this is also a very ungrateful industry. A lot of the young ladies and men that you train don't remember anything don't even remember your name. They don't remember who you are. They are not thankful, they're not grateful. And they will never say to somebody, oh, that person trained me. When I went to UE, Erica Allen, I'll never forget her. She taught me ethics. And she taught me social graces. Skills that I had. But then, I thought I could use that for a career. And then you said this and that and that. When she taught me, she turned on the table. Squeeze your shoulders, cross your ankles, you know. You go to the restaurant and you realize that they serve it from the right side. You don't really think about it. Yes, because you're going to exit from the left. You're getting up and you exit from the right. You're going to pick the person who is serving. And I'm like, so these are the things that I learned. You see it, but you didn't know it. So she's the first person that I can say helped me with getting forward in this industry based on what she taught me. And I will be forever grateful, because again, you know something but then you don't know. So I'm always thankful for people that I've worked with, not just the models, but other pageant owners, because I have a few friends that are pageant owners. I have a few photographers that are my friends. Models that are trainers now, and I must mention one person, Cherise. She had a pageant in Mandeville recently, and she was in the annual international pageant 2 years ago. That's when I met her, and I was training her. And when she called me up and she said, Auntie Raquel, I own Steve International. I don't know if she can hear her ears right now after all of that. The way I felt so happy for her. I screamed so loud. I felt so happy for her. You know, and
It's another one of
Yeah.
Raquel's babies. So.
Yes. To know that she did that, she owned a franchise for herself, and she asked me for help. I didn't, and then that's another thing with people, because they know more than you. They want to take over your stuff. Tiny steps. I let her make her own mistakes.
Yes, that's true.
And she asks questions, and then I answer her, I don't know. Oh no, you can't do that. No, try, do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's so
Yes.
true. I want to know, how do you stay motivated? Because it's a tough industry. You've been through a lot, and you've given us some examples of that too.
Yes.
How do you stay motivated? How do you stay grounded?
Wow, that's a hard one. I'm self-motivated. That's the first thing. Second of all, when I see people like Cherise, keeps me going. When I see my models and my queens, see them on a stage, an international stage, that gives me joy. And with that joy, it keeps me going. Because I know at some point I have to step back and to sit down in my rocking chair and tell my great grandchildren, I know her when she was that high. Yeah. You know, those are the things that, they keep me going. They keep me motivated. And this, again, this is something that I love. Something I'm passionate about. And like I said, I may not be able to step a few years in my stilettos, but trust and believe I put on my sneakers and I run with. Yeah. So that's me.
You're really passionate about this thing.
And you don't have to get up and say, okay, you're going to own a franchise. Because I'm not sure if you remember Sudlow. She's living in Portmore now. And she started Miss Manza in the community that she lives. She started Miss Manza, and it was proud of her as well. You can start small and grow. There's not a Miss Portmore right now. She's Miss Manza. If she can motivate other people to start a community, and then each of these queens and kings, you have Miss Portmore, you have Mr. Portmore. Before you know it, you have Miss St. Catherine and you understand me? You just need one. Just one. So these are the things that keep me going, keeps me young. Yeah. Keeps me young.
Okay, and what would be your tip to a young woman or a young man? That would be interesting. A young man who wants to venture into, starting their own pageant, probably launching their own modeling agency. We know that men have two at the top model agencies in Jamaica were run.
For me, I would say, again, passion. You can't do that. You have to be passionate about what you're doing, passionate about what you want to see, and you also have to want. You just don't want to do it because you think you can make money out of it.
And one of the things, passion is important, because passion is what will get you up at 4 a.m. Right? Yeah. To catch the sun when it's rising up, so your ladies can get a nice photo shoot. Exactly. Right? Passion is what will keep you up at 2 a.m. to try to reach out to sponsors, send emails and all of that, because there are a lot of layers to running a pageant.
It's not just
you need partners, you need makeup artists, you have to manage these vendors, the designers, you have to manage relationships.
Remember, there are different time zones, because if you're doing these pageants,
international pageants, so there are different time zones.
Yes,
right?
you have to
look at local people, never do that thing about that.
Yes, so you're up at 3 a.m. talking to somebody in China, because that's when they're up.
Yes.
And they're not facilitating you, so you have to make sure you're up to catch them. Sometimes I'm tired of the whole day. We say, this person going to, as a matter of fact, right now, I'm training Miss Globe Jamaica. She's going away in another week and a half. She's going to Albania. She's up at hours in the morning talking to these people to make sure that she's out here. Make sure she gets out here. People know about her. you have to be scrambling to find events that she can attend.
Oh, that too. So the pageant is one thing, and then you have to manage the queen after she has won the pageant and it's now raining.
Yeah,
So
to
you
go
have
away.
to, and if it's an international pageant, you have to make sure that she has enough visibility. She has, the clothes and all of that, but then her visibility is important.
Yes.
Her project,
Tourism, all of these things.
yeah, how important is personal branding in
Oh,
all of
no,
this?
that
Not
you
only for
cannot
the
do without.
models, but even for you as a pageant owner.
Alright, branding is extremely important. Now, for me, if you don't have that pride in yourself, you cannot extend it to somebody else. If I go out there and I say, Miss Jamaica, well, again, it was last night. I go in, I'm a jog on a flip flop, and just look raggedy. And somebody else said, she has engaged with me, oh, she looks so. No, you have to go in that room. Hundreds of people in that room, and when you walk in, everybody must see you. Not that you're full of yourself, but because you want people to recognize your brand, know your brand by name. When you walk into that room, your brand must be shining from head to toe. They may not know your name, but everybody's gonna be like, oh, she used to model, she owned the pageant, she had trained them. Nobody may not know who you are, but by the way you approach, the way you carry yourself, and nobody can represent your brand better than you. You could have 1 million people, and you walk into that room looking like crap. No matter how much you grown in my life, so if I share the owner, she looks at me, so when them know the on camera, I said, I don't want them represent me. No. Because even in sports, these people, Nike brand, Adidas brand, Puma brand, all these brands for these sports athletes. Do you notice when they go out, they're not playing, they're still wearing the sneakers. They may have on a hat, they may have on the bag, they're always representing because of that brand. It's a part of them now. So when you go out, you have to represent you. You are your best representative. Nobody knows you better than yourself. So if you cannot bring your brand, nobody's going to be a part of it.
That's true. Because you want to be associated with greatness.
With greatness. So yeah, when you go out there and you're looking great, yeah, people would want it. So branding is very important. Self-branding, so that people can be a part of you or you can be a part of them.
That's true. So to wrap up, we want you to leave with, let's say, a young lady who is struggling with her self-esteem and self-confidence. And, she has heard a lot of rumors about her. And she's just trying to make something of herself. What would be your advice to that young lady? And she's seen Miss Jamaica World and she wants to enter it, but she have a couple spots here or there and she don't feel like she's perfect.
Yeah. Alright. First thing I would say to this person is, if you're going to listen to everybody, why only listen to the bad? You can listen to the good too, you can listen to everything. Listen to the good as well.
You must have somebody
there. Yes.
You can enter.
Yes.
You must have a one friend who will
take that one good. It's hard, don't get me wrong, it's hard to ignore the masses. But that one good can make a tremendous difference. Because the one person that told me I can't looks at me many years later, sitting in Pegasus lobby. I said, don't I know you? I said, no, darling. And I got up and I walked past it. Yeah. And She literally walks me down. I know you. I said, no, you don't. I'm no longer short. I'm no longer fat. I'm sexy. I'm good looking. I'm brilliant. I'm educated. And I am doing what you're doing. And I'm better at it than you are. What? I'm like, think on it. If and when you see me again, you'll remember. And I walked away. So happens that I saw him 2 weeks again after that. And he said to me, you know, I was thinking about what you said, and I still can't figure it out. And I told him, and he's like, I said, yes, sir. I believe it. I said, it's not really a plan to you. It's how you grow. And he looked at me. Believe you me, up to today, if I'm seen anywhere at all, I'm seeing one come up here. I still don't like him.
Forgive him.
I have.
And give him grace.
I have. That is why I hug him back, but I don't like him. I don't like him. And he has apologized. But then he apologized to just me. I'm not the only one he has done that too. And the way you talk to people has a lot to do with it. Because even parents telling, "Waklis like your papa, ugly like your mama." Things like these have an impact on children. And with that, you wonder how you respond.
You have to pour into people.
Yes.
Pour positive energy, positive vibes.
Yes. And at the same time, you also have to be your own motivator. So, for somebody who says, I'm not pretty, why? Because somebody said it? No.
And even for like the young lady situation, you know, with the spots and all of that, like, girl, you know how much of them girls they have to just make up them up on? Or if they even need help, you can go to a dermatologist.
Yes.
There's help.
There's always help.
Yeah,
There's always help. Makeup. Heels to make it all. Makeup to make you look prettier. There is hair industry. I don't like it.
There are spot removers.
You have everything that can do what you think that is an issue for you. Yes. And then when you take a photograph of you in your cute little outfit, your makeup and your hair done and all that, and you're like, and you see yourself and like, damn, that's me.
I think Raquel loves pictures.
No, you know, I don't like it. It's too much work.
But alright,
No,
I think
no.
it
For me,
really does. It captures a confident person.
Yes, it does.
So if somebody who is shy takes a picture and it
doesn't show.
I think it brightens them up.
Yes, it brightens them up.
It gives them some kind of empowerment.
Yes,
Yeah.
it doesn't show.
Changes their life.
I
And
really don't
Raquel
like
has
pictures.
continues to transform lives.
Many. I don't like taking pictures. It's too much work. But I'll be behind the scenes and I'll do this, do that. And I'll fix you and I'll pose you and I'll do all that. But for me to go in front of the camera to do all of that,
Yes.
nah. No, I have to be in the mood. Like if I like to for me, when it's my birthday coming up, I said, alright, I'm gonna do a photo shoot. I have to start preparing myself mentally from January. And I start planning my outfit and my wardrobe and everything from January because I have to put myself in the mode that okay, when it comes to me, I'm gonna do it. I have to. Nah. Nah, that's not me. I just don't get up and just pictures. Too much work.
Well, Raquel, thank you so much for being here. I invited you because I find you to be a very generous person. The way you pour into all young ladies who have really walked through your program, your training program, you really impacted their lives in many ways, right? From people who they've never taken photos before, never had a photo shoot, she made it happen. Put you in an ad, like she makes you have the best experiences. And I think as young ladies, even for parents out there, if you want your child, your daughter to be a part of a holistic program that feeds into their, building their confidence, building their self-esteem, learning how to build their personal brand, I think Raquel has a great program going, something that can really help your child to develop, even to speak, get out of them shell, that kind of thing, transform your child.
Because we don't only do pageants and runways, we do television commercials, we do photo shoots, we take you on outings. Because there are people who have never left Kingston, believe it or not. And, I try. There are kids who don't go to the knife and fork. I teach you all
I
of
think
these
the
things.
etiquette is important
Yes,
too,
it
because
is.
it comes into handy later down in life.
Yes.
It will make them stand out in a room.
Yeah, it does. A lot of people don't realize that. It does because, and I remember I had a queen once, and she said, "Look, auntie, what the people that talk to me? Oh, me I go eat. I'm not dead feel hungry." I said, "No, I'll show you what to do." And she said, when she went away and she came back, she said, "Auntie, you know more than everybody else." I said, "Yeah, no." She said, "Auntie, the food nice." Because it was a different experience for her.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to go please go to the kitchen and say, "Well, food and yam." Of course not. I was a dignified young lady.
Oh, graceful.
Yes.
Elegant.
Yeah. So, but I mean, when she came back and she was talking, and she was worried that she's going to starve because everybody's going to want to talk to her. And when I said, "No, you can do it."
Well, Raquel, continue to do the good work that you're doing. Continue to pour into these young ladies. You're really and truly making a difference in their lives. Continue to follow your passion. And I hope for all of those who, listen to this interview, that you understand exactly what Raquel would have highlighted, the importance. You should focus a lot on passion, because it's really passion makes you up at 2 a.m. in those meetings, right? And at the end of the day, it worked out for her. I've never met anybody who have so much franchise, but she did it. And I don't think we recognize how phenomenal that is. She realized that ladies of a certain size and height were often overlooked in pageantry. And she created a space for these young ladies to flourish, right? She went out of her way, because she could have gone in any other career field and make it to me. You see how she talk, you see how she look, she can sell, right? She can. So, and she is, I think she's well put together, she's very modest, and so I really think that the work that she has done, hats off to you, Raquel. Thank you so much for joining us on Rise and Reflect.
It was my pleasure being here. Thank you for the invite. And I sincerely hope that this program, and that